If you're struggling with your gameplay strategy in Warzone, or basically just the way you handle early game, mid game, or even late game, then this video is perfect for you, because I'm going to be breaking down what gameplay strategy is, how you can use it to your advantage, and even different gameplay strategies that you can use to apply to your gameplay, and hopefully improve some of your skill sets within the game. Now, if you like my content, make sure you drop a sub, because I put out really good tips to help you all become better Warzone players and even drop your first 20 bombs. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Also, the first tip I'm going to be breaking down, because it's something that not a lot of people think about, is going to be your landing spot. Now, this is very important into your gameplay strategy, because this basically sets the entire pace for the whole game. Because if you land somewhere like Control, like I do, then you're primarily looking for high kill games or faster paced games. Whereas if you land somewhere like Factory, you're primarily looking to get loadout down early and kind of like more chilled games, kind of playing with your teammates. And that's fine. Just make sure that you are trying to land the same place or same area every single game, because that's going to make your muscle memory say, hey, we're going to be used to this. Our gameplay strategy is going to be basically the same every single game, so we can become a better player. Now, that's something that, like I said, not a lot of people think about, so make sure you really do this if you want to become a better Warzone player. Okay, so like I said in the intro, I'm going to be explaining what gameplay strategy is. Now, gameplay strategy is your strategy throughout the entire game. So what you do from start to finish. My gameplay strategy is more of an aggressive one, where I like to get loadout down early, push a lot of gunfights early, mid-game, and then kind of play positioning in late game so I can rack up tons of kills. Whereas the more casual players lean towards more of a camping or kind of laid-back gameplay strategy, where they just basically use floor loot or the loadouts whenever they can, and they're not really worried about engaging in gunfights, and basically just about the win. So there are different types of gameplay strategies as well that I will be covering in this video, so make sure you stick around for the whole thing to find out all those and to get more of these tips. A very important gameplay strategy tip is going to be your early game strategy. Now, not a lot of people pay attention to this, because they think just looting up for the perfect guns the entire early game is going to lead them to get a lot of kills in later game whenever they have those perfect guns. But the reality is, you're going to lose those guns when you die, because what's the first thing someone does when they kill you? They pick up your loot, and you're going to lose those guns. Now, what you want to be doing in early game is looting up for loadout the second your feet touch the ground. Now, it's a little bit different if you are playing with teammates, like in this game here, the one you all are watching. I don't end up getting my loadout until free loadout drops, because I'm worried about getting kills. And you can do that sometimes, but mainly try to go for your loadout whenever you can, because fighting with your loadout in early game is very crucial, because you're going to be comfortable with those guns, you're going to have your perks, your lethal and tacticals, and you're going to have the meta if you are running that, and it's going to allow you to win a lot more gunfights. So make sure that you are always trying to get your loadout down in early game and trying to strategize your early game with more care, because early game is the most important part of the game. A very important tip to your gameplay strategy that will also help you become a really good Warzone player is going to be regain spots. Now, if you don't know what these things are, it's something I kind of made up, that where you land for whenever you die, and you should have 2 or 3 of these spots picked out. Mine are the shack near Control, the tunnel under it, and then prison showers, so that I can always land there whenever I die to get loot, plates, money, and guns, so I can get right back into the action in case I either lost my loadout or lost my floor loot. And these are very important spots to memorize, similar to your landing spot, because I always know there's going to be 2 crates in that shack. So whenever I push out of here, I see this enemy immediately. And the only reason I'm able to get this kill is because I had these regain spots, and say I was just wandering around like wondrously, just like looking for guns in just random spots, I would not have been able to pick up that kill or that kill right there. So make sure that you always have regain spots picked out and backup regain spots in case the one that you originally had set out gets looted. This enemy, he said, I got jumped.
Just pick on me, bro.
So right here is one of the situations where I talk about in a lot of my videos to back off gunfights when you're not comfortable in them, or you're outnumbered and you're not in a good situation to chow it. Now, that was completely my fault. Like I say, I don't back off gunfights when I should sometimes, and I ended up paying for it here because I got 2 stacked and I went down for that. So make sure that you are backing off gunfights when you feel the need to, you're not comfortable in it, or you're just at a disadvantage with the numbers and you don't have really good positioning. Now thankfully I bought a DualSense Edge controller and it's gonna be here tomorrow, so I can make big brain plays with back paddles and mouse click triggers, so I don't have to be stuck using a stock controller with just control freaks anymore. A very important tip to help you become a better player and to help your gameplay strategy become more aggressive is going to be popping UAVs. Now, if you don't know what a UAV is, it is something you can pick up off the ground or buy from a buy station that lasts for 30 seconds, gives you one ping every 3 seconds, and will show you where all kinds of enemies are at on the minimap. And if you don't know how to read your minimap, here's how to do it. If there's an arrow above the dot on the minimap, as you can see here where these dots are at, then that means the enemy is above you. If there's an arrow below that dot, the enemy is below you. If there's no arrow on that dot, then the enemy's on the same level as you, which you should be mentally prepared for in case they decide to push you. These are very important because, once again, they give you a lot of information and outplay potential and can help you pick up more kills because your gameplay strategy is going to be way more aggressive since you know where a lot of people are at and you can pick up a lot more kills like that. So make sure you're always trying to pop UAVs once you have $6,000 or you just see one laying on the ground, because this is very important to your gameplay strategy. Now, remember how I said in the intro I was going to be covering several types of gameplay strategy, and this is what I'm going to be doing now. There are different types of gameplay strategies I'm going to be talking about. First one being the aggressive gameplay strategy, which is what I primarily use. Second one being the casual gameplay strategy, but if you've made it this far into the video, then you want to dump that aside and you want to become a better Warzone player. And then the third gameplay strategy being the strategic one, and then the fourth one being kind of like the movement one, where you just prioritize movement. Now, I mainly use aggressive and strategic, which you can do. Like, notice right here how whenever I pushed this gunfight, I played off that wall. That was being strategic, separate from my normal aggressive gameplay strategy, and you can do that as well. You can balance 2 or even 3 or even 4 types of gameplay strategies within your gameplay, because I will use movement gameplay strategy, I'll use laid back sometimes, I'll use strategic and aggressive mainly, but I primarily lean more towards aggressive and strategic, and that's what you can do. And strategic basically just means thinking more about what you're doing, and aggressive means like pushing gunfights and not really thinking. That's why I use strategic and aggressive combined, so I think about a gunfight when I push into a building and have an area to escape, but sometimes my ego gets the better of me and I will end up going down for that. And if I'm playing with my friends, sometimes I'll use more of laid back and not really care about high kills and just try to go for trick shots with them. And then the movement is what a lot of other people do, like YY TikTokers. They'll just try to use their movement, and sometimes I will do that to be flashy and try to like test my ego, and that's like what I said, my ego gets the best of me. So make sure you really try to balance these out, and this is what this video is primarily about, giving you tips to help you balance out several types of gameplay strategies and helping you become a better player, because that's all my channel is about. And hopefully you can learn to balance out these gameplay strategies, like I said, because that is very important.
CBI,
If you're looking to become a better player at Warzone and get more kills along the way, then you really need to be paying attention to minimap pings after a kill. If you didn't know, in Resurgence, after you kill one enemy, if they have teammates, then they are going to pop up on your minimap. Notice here how these dots over here at Factory are kind of like pulsing and like showing that there's 3 enemies there. Well, those are his 3 teammates showing me on the minimap since I got that kill, which is going to reveal his teammates. And I can use this to get more kills, get information, and predict where they are moving to. Since it's fire sale, I know they're pretty much going to stay at that buy station and probably stay huddled up together, since I just killed their teammate over here at grandma's and living quarters. So make sure that you are always looking at your minimap after every single kill. Like, train your mind to look at the top left corner of your screen after every single kill, because that will help you get more kills and become a better Warzone player and improve your KD along the way.
Someone is on the rooftop.
Okay, so another important tip back to UAVs, and this is called an advanced UAV. If you don't know what an advanced UAV is, it's where you pop 3 UAVs simultaneously, one after the other, and it will reveal every single person on the map. And how you know you have it is right here. It says UAV, 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 then advanced UAV, and it looks like this. Big arrows that shows if they're up or down, and what it does is it shows ghosted players, shows the entire map, and on Battle Royale map, or Big Map as some people call it, this is the meta is what you can do, especially in ranked, because no one can hide since it shows ghosted players and players that are kind of hidden from the radar. And instead of it going every 3 seconds, 1 minimap ping, every 3 seconds, 1 minimap ping, and only lasting for 30 seconds and only giving you 10 pings, it goes continuously for 60 seconds. I mean, you're only getting 60 seconds of UAV instead of 120 seconds if you were to pop 3, one, like, after one would run out. But it's showing you where ghosted players are, and it's not giving you every 3 seconds. It's just continuously showing you where everyone is at, as you can see here. So make sure that once fire sale happens and you have $9,000, or if fire sale doesn't happen, you have 18K, that you really try to buy this, because these are very important to your gameplay strategy and to getting more kills.
Got him.
So once in-game happens and respawn disables, that means your gameplay strategy should shift dramatically, and you shouldn't be going into gunfights with like the whole mentality of, oh, I'm gonna get out of this alive and I'm gonna be able to respawn back, or I'm gonna be able to take on an entire team. No, because that's not gonna work. It's not even gonna work with respawn active, because you're gonna die and waste a bunch of time. What you should be doing in game is playing your life more, because if you lose the game, then that's on you. I can't help with that. And how you should be playing your end games is in zone, with cover, then power positioning. What that recipe means is get in zone before anyone else, or trying to make a late rotation in the zone without getting shot at. Then with cover means at an area that has cover that can shield you from enemy bullets, PAs, or even mortars, or you can retreat somewhere that's safe if needed to. And then with power positioning means high ground, or an area that's overlooking them that you can pick off easy kills. Like right there, that was an easy kill. Even though I got shot at, I had cover to retreat back into this little building so that I could get shielded from other people's bullets. So make sure you always keep this in mind in game. And notice how I'm playing this really safe, and I'm not pushing a lot of gunfights like stupid like I was before. Try to keep that in mind, because in-game is the most important part of the game, and it's where a lot of people lose momentum, because you can pick up tons of kills in in-game if you just play it right. So keep this recipe in your mind, because it is very important.
This is gonna be a video if we clutch up or not. Doesn't matter, it's still gonna be a video.
Yo, don't just push, brother. We need your life, man.
Yeah, where y'all at? Okay, I need to get over to y'all. Hold up. TK? TK.
Yeah.
I got a great plan. Buddy. I got a great plan. You're about to see it. Boom. PA'd them.
Yeah, someone on prison roof. Yeah, they're gonna see us, man.
I would still be the greatest one. My left stroke just went viral.
Yeah, you know where we are, man.
Somebody's here.
Shit.
They're here.
Got him down there?
CD, behind you. Oh, man.
We go.
I'm dying. Is it 1v3?
No, we lost. My thing didn't deploy.
Now, unfortunately, we did lose that game, but hey, that's the name of the game, Call of Duty. You're not going to win every single game, and if you did, then you obviously don't need to be watching this video because you're the world's best, and you need to be in tournaments because you never lose a game. Now, if you like my content in any way, if you found it helpful, or you just like the way I make my videos, or find me funny, which please find me funny because I don't think I'm funny, then please drop a sub because it helps motivate me to make more content like this to help y'all become a better Warzone player. And don't worry, I am getting back on a posting schedule, and I have not been very motivated to post because I have not been good with making video ideas here lately, and my lobbies have been very sweaty. So make sure you drop a sub if you found this content helpful, or just like the way I make my videos. So with that being said, go check out this video, or this video, I don't know which direction to point, because it will help you become a better player also. And with that being said, get better at the game, and see you in the next one. Peace.